Okay, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. Thank you all so much for being here and welcome to another episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. So happy to be here with you today. Today we're going to be talking about visas and FOIAs, all right, and how those two processes work together. And so welcome and thank you for being here, all right? So remember, the Empowered Immigrant Live is here to train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants to make the most out of immigration laws and to make the most out of their lives. All right? Today, our theme is visas and FOIAs. And so we'll talk about those. And thanks for everybody on all the different platforms who are tuning in. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. And my question, as always, is do you want to get a green card? Do you want to apply for a green card this year? Is this year your year? Because if so, or even if you just want to see what your options are, or see if there's a way to come out of the shadows, if you want to do that this year, I really encourage you to do that. Go for it. I'd love to help you with it. My firm is on a mission to win 10,000 immigration cases in the next 10 years, and we would love for your case to be one of them. All right? So thank you all so much for being here, and I'm going to go relatively short and sweet for our training today, and I'm going to jump right in. As always, I want to start with a brief empowerment tip, and my tip today is don't settle. And by that I mean, think about your life, your goals, your future, what it is you want for yourself and for your future. Are you satisfied with what you have? Are you satisfied with where you're at? Because it's good to be positive. It's good to be grateful for everything that you have. But my challenge for you is don't get, quote unquote, satisfied. Don't settle down if you don't have what you want. Don't stop growing and just accept where you're at if you want more for yourself, right? And instead, look at really what you want to improve your life and go for it. I know people who give up on themselves too early. I know people who decide to stay undocumented even when they have options to fix it. And it's like that might be okay if you know and if you've decided that what you want is to go back to Mexico, go back to wherever your home country is. Like that might be part of your goal. That might be perfectly fine if that's in line with what you want. But if instead what you really want is to get immigration all sorted out and to have the opportunity to, whatever immigration means for you, to travel, to study if you want to start a business if you want to buy a house if you want to, if those things are what you want, then, go for it. Take that action. Don't settle for a life that isn't the life that you want. Okay? And some clients say, well, my first case didn't get approved, so that must mean that I'm stuck and I should just accept it. Well, not necessarily. Let's request those FOIAs. Let's request those records, and let's really get into it. Okay? So that's my empowerment tip for today. Go for the life that you want. And that's different for everybody. But anyway, take that on. It's worth it. All right? So now we're going to get into the law. And I want to talk a little bit about the basics, right? So the basics of visas. visas are an immigration status that are granted to people who have been the victims of crimes in the United States and who've cooperated with law enforcement in the investigation or the prosecution of the crime. Okay, and there are several other requirements as well, but that's the gist of it. And the disadvantage of U visas is they take a long time, all right? 10, 15, 20 years, depending on when you file it, okay? That's the disadvantage. But the advantage, the benefits, the power of a U visa is they come with waivers. And they can waive lots of things. They can waive deportations. They can waive fraud, unlawful presence bars, crimes, other inadmissibility issues. That's what makes U visas powerful. So sometimes they are the only option that can exist for certain people, depending on what their situation is. And so that means that sometimes, regardless of how long the U visa might take, sometimes they're still well worth it. And of course, even though the visa application itself takes years and years and years, many times we can get a work permit sooner, all right? But when you submit the waivers with your U visa, you want to make sure you're doing your waiver correctly. You want to make sure you're waiving everything that actually is there in your record, and that's where FOIAs come in. Okay? So FOIAs, remember, are how we request all of your records. If we can request all of the records in immigration's database first, then we'll have a better idea of what issues we need to include in the waiver application that we're submitting along with your U visa, and that will help you resolve all the issues that need to be resolved, which basically allows you to make your case go more smoothly. All right? FOIAs allows us to find errors and correct them. And the government may have made errors in your case. Prior attorneys may have made errors in your case. Border Patrol sometimes makes errors in your case. And whether they're errors or not, it's good to really look at what was in your case before. What are the records that immigration is going to be looking at when they are adjudicating your visa application? Okay? So basically, it's like running FOIAs allows us to strengthen your U visa case. It allows us to prepare all the issues that need extra attention and gather extra evidence about any additional weakness that might be in your case. Basically, it's a way of being prepared. Okay? So that's basically it. That's basically what I wanted to share today. If you have questions, please submit them. And the punchline about U visas and FOIAs, U visas take a long time. And they're a huge process. And you don't want to have to put extra work into that process in 10, in 15, in 20 years in the future. And so it's like, gosh, make sure that case was done properly, done well, done professionally now at the outset. And that's at least how our firm does it. And that's how our firm and why our firm has a strong track record of winning tough cases. Because we like do the work, do it well from the beginning. And that's what I recommend. That's my best advice for everybody. Do the work well from the beginning. Request FOIAs first. Study them carefully. Put the work into your waiver from the outset, and then it maximizes your chances of everything going well once it's on file with USCIS. Got it? That's the way to be an empowered immigrant, everybody. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So, thank you all so much for being here. I don't see that I've received any questions, but thanks everyone for being here. Luis Sanchez, I see you here on Instagram. Thank you. And Joel Cinto, hello. Great to see you here. And Miss Julie, hello, here on Instagram. And Angel, I see you joining us now on Instagram. Thank you. Everybody on YouTube, thank you for being here. And TikTok and LinkedIn and Facebook. Thank you all so much for being here and welcome. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. If you still have a question, please do submit it, all right? I will answer those. To see those answers, the best way to see them is to subscribe to our channel in YouTube and to click the notifications bell, all right, in YouTube. And then you can receive a notification whenever we upload an additional video with updates or announcements. There's a lot going on with immigration right now, so you want to stay tuned in. Okay? So that's my talk for today. It's short and sweet. And if this was useful, please do subscribe to our channel in YouTube. And if you have an immigration case, hey, please give us a call. We're here to help. We would love to help. Best of luck, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all I got for today. I'm Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C., where we fight for your American dream. And I will see you on our next episode of the Empowered Immigrant Live. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.